Okay, people, what is up? Welcome back to another stream. I hope everyone is doing good this morning. As always, guys, make sure you do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out. Of course, make sure you do hit the bell as well so you don't miss out on any streams or uploads in the future. But guys, welcome back to the stream. Game City, good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Yes, well, we'll plan to continue streaming for the foreseeable future, so do not worry about that. Mo Mind Deck, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Pound NZD, your thoughts, we'll take a look. William, good morning, good morning. Zeus, good morning. Welcome to the stream. So, well, we'll start with Pound NZD. Yeah, I haven't been the biggest fan of this one as of late. Have been pretty bearish on the pair. Looking for a push into 2.04, which is this low here. So that's where I'm looking for price to eventually end up, and that's the direction I'm looking to trade in. However, it's lacking quality structure, quality price action for me to follow and look for my trading setups. As I was talking about last stream, if price gave me a strong break of this low and not a corrective one, then I'll be interested in some pullbacks. Should we come back to retest the level and look for shorting opportunities. However, right now, it does look pretty corrective. It looks like price is, yes, somewhat breaking through the level. We're not seeing much conviction. We're not seeing big candlesticks. We're not seeing momentum. Still seeing a lot of wicks as well. A lot of doji candles. So it's not a breakout which I'll like to follow or look for a retest on. Of course, things can change. Maybe we do pick up momentum and then things look a little bit different. Maybe later this week sometime. But right now, still very corrective, and pretty much we're just continuing in this descending format here. So I'm not looking to get involved in that. But yeah, it would be bearish. Possibly if you come back to the high, there could be some sells back down again. That looks like a better opportunity. At least you're more in tune with the market there. Smarter place to short from. It's just not seeing much momentum, not much conviction, so it's not a trend which I would look to follow. But if you are eager to trade it, I would wait for push higher. Closer to 2.05. That is 2.08. But yeah, still bearish on pound NZD. Still looking for moving to the low there. After kind of a big fake out to the upside. So yeah, hopefully that made sense on pound NZD, Game City, Euro, dollar, pound dollar. Okay, and pound Aussie. Okay, we'll take a look at those pairs. So yeah, Euro USD has been pretty bullish. I'm not so eager to follow it as I was the past couple of weeks. We have just about created a new high, which is great. Shows that the trend is still very much alive, which is of course what we're looking for. However, we haven't cleared the high by much distance before selling off pretty aggressively, as we can see over here. Nice candle closures above the high, and we came straight back below. If you look at our last breakout, which is the move I was looking to follow, we cleared the high and we did it very aggressively, and we cleared it by a lot of distance. Hence why I was very eager to buy the lows here and try and get involved with a push up, because we have seen a healthy breakout, a healthy move, trends looking healthy. And I would expect more upside. Right now, we had a pretty corrective bullish leg higher, which is not necessarily something I want to follow. And we had a pretty sharp break with a pretty sharp recovery of that high as well. So again, not really a move that I want to follow. Euro USD could still definitely head higher, place a higher low somewhere and push higher, but it's just not a move or a trend which I'll look to follow. If anything, I can kind of be looking at this as a consolidation really. And, these moves here of, somewhat of a fake out. So yeah, Euro USD, although I'll still be bullish, we're still seeing higher highs and higher lows. But yeah, based on how price is moving, we're lacking some momentum, we're lacking some conviction. So I would not be trying to look to follow this trend anymore, unless we see another bullish leg, which looks similar to this one. Similar to this one here. If we see that happen again, then yeah, I'll get into the next pullback. But as of right now, no. It looks to me more like a range, and prices fake the range. So if anything, Could be some nice sells on the way back down. Should we retest resistance? But again, not really my type of trade. Pound USD, I've been talking about 1.262 for a while, which is this level here, which price doesn't look like it's coming back to retest. Unfortunately, we're still trading at big resistance on the daily chart, as we can see here. So again, naturally, this is a seller's territory. This is where, if you're looking to sell the market, not a bad place to be looking to get involved, hop into the trade. I'm still very much trying to look for buys. Excuse me. I'm still very much trying to look for buys, but I need price to come a lot lower, closer to the region here around 1.26. If you're looking for sells, it makes sense, but it's just that you got kind of going up against that bullish trend there, which is something which I want to follow rather than go against. So for me, if you're asking for my personal view, personal trading opportunity, I'm looking for this still, which could take some time. We do have NFP on Friday, so maybe that could speed things up should we get there. But in the meantime, the best bet is probably looking for some sells around 1.28 for move back down. Maybe we double top it, maybe we form one more spike higher, then we tank. But something around here would look interesting for a sell, and then likewise some buys if we do come back down. But yeah, I'm still bullish on pound USD, so waiting to see if we can get that bigger pullback, which I'll be very interested in. With pound Aussie, I'm still keen on sells, but it's just a little bit ear right now. As I said, I was going to watch to see how price reacts with the high. If it will tempt me into another, well, to get into a short position. Haven't entered the short position yet. To get into a short position, but we came into the high. We did reject it pretty aggressively, but it was just outside of my trading window. This candle here closed at 8 p.m, which is after my trading hours. But we are coming back again. Looks like we are coming back again. So I'll see what we can do as we approach the high. But again, it's not particularly great. It's not particularly great. I like it when we come into a high. It's either the first or the second, and we react and we push away. When it's the third, fourth, fifth, doesn't tend to be my best trades. So I need to see some really strong rejection as we approach this level again for me to be tempted for a sell. But again, the full process is still pretty much the same. Lower high, lower low, looking for some type of lower high in here for a lower low, as long as we don't break structure, which would be this point over here. So I'll see what we can do on the another test. But I must say, I'm not a big fan of the price action as I was a couple of weeks back. But yeah, still looking for just short pound Aussie. So I'll keep an eye out on this level, 1.924. But yeah, the fact is that we keep moving sideways, keep coming to the level. Doesn't give me a load of confidence that the price is going to suddenly fall over. Okay, we'll take a look at some yen pairs. FX Wolf, good morning, hope you're well. William, USD CAD, we'll take a look. Okay, pretty much consolidated, we'll take a look. Hey, appreciate that, Game City. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, it does really help out. And make sure you do hit the bell as well so you don't miss out on any streams or uploads in the future. Simbonello, I'm holding gold since yesterday entered below the weekly open. Is that buys or sells? Assume it's buys. Michael, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Yep, I will take a look at gold and oil. I will go through my watch list in a moment. Let me just go through a few more people's pairs, and I'll go through my watch list and show you what I'm looking at. I appreciate that, Poppy. Make sure you do leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. Levels of life, dollar yen. Okay, nice. We'll take a look at some yen pairs together because they're looking very, very bullish. Okay, so yeah, we'll go through some yen pairs now, and then we'll go through a few more. Then I'll go through my watch list. So yeah, yen pairs looking very, very bullish. Pound yen, big push to the upside. I was hoping a little bit more downside before looking to buy pound yen, but really, really big move there. Again, as I was saying yesterday, these are the swing lows, which for me keep the yen pairs bullish, at least on the 4H chart anyway. A break of this doesn't necessarily mean the whole market's going to topple, but on the 4-hour time frame, it would be a big red flag for the buyers. So pound yen had a lot of room to maneuver in. Still respecting the prior lows, we have seen a big push up. Euro yen likewise as well, didn't take out the low, still looking pretty aggressively bullish. Really nice shift of momentum. We'll see what price does as we approach these areas, because we're not completely out the woods yet. I wouldn't say the buyers are completely out the woods yet, because as we approach these areas here, these are the areas where sellers, if you're a seller, this is naturally where you'll be looking to get involved and try and see if you can take price down. So although we've seen a really nice reaction there and a really impulsive one, if the sellers really want to push price down, this is where I'm expecting them to get involved and expecting to push the market down. So if we can rip past this, then yeah, I think Euro yen will most likely just go and take out that high soon after. So yeah, it depends what you're looking at. If you're looking for a sell, then we're in a place where it does make sense to sell. As we approach this area here, really nice shift of momentum, not a bad place for a short. Same thing for pound yen as well, not a bad place for a short as we approach this area. But again, I wouldn't really be looking to sell. As I've said, the markets for me on the 4H is still very bullish, still seeing higher highs and higher lows. So I wouldn't look to go against that. I'll only be looking for buys in these markets. But maybe if you're intraday looking for a shorter term sell, maybe just for the session, then that could make some sense, depending if we can see some nice rejection as we approach that area, because right now we are still very bullish, but there might be some shorter term sells there. Again, nothing that I'm interested in myself, but it does make sense as we approach some of those levels. Missed target by a hair, and it's sung. Which market are you talking about, Poppy? Okay, in buys for gold. Hey, what's up, more? No, you bought D yesterday, 100%. 14 positions, wow. Really lining it up. Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful recovery from the yen pairs yesterday. Because again, price was looking very, very bearish, but that did not last long at all. It's all the yen pairs. I was looking at CAD a lot, and I was looking to enter it, but I didn't like the price action. For me, I wanted to see a little bit more. Then we had a bit more of a shift here, like 2 a.m., which is when I'm sleeping, and now price is already looking very bullish. So didn't get an opportunity to enter CAD yen. Other yen pairs were kind of more or less in the middle of nowhere for me, so wasn't fitting the plan, but CAD yen did come back to a nice low. Just didn't like the entry signal it gave us. However, yen pairs still looking very bullish, but we are approaching some areas of interest right now for sellers. So I know the yen pairs are not out of the woods completely yet. CAD yen, for example, coming into this level. Pound yen, as we discussed, we've got an area here. Aussie yen, as we approach this area up there. Euro yen, dollar yen likewise as well. Again, I'm not necessarily bearish, but I do think we can have some type of reaction. Okay, so I'll take a look at gold and oil next, and dollar CAD as well, for William. If I do miss out pair, just drop it down in the chat as well. Okay, so USD CAD. So USD CAD, you said you're in a short position, William, and price is kind of consolidating on you. Yeah, I can see that there. Yeah, it's an interesting one, because price, of course, is really struggling at support here. We've tested support numerous times, failing to break it, but we are still pretty consistent with our lower highs, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly could be forming number 6. So in terms of location, me being a little bit picky, I would like this to be a little bit higher up than it is. But in terms of looking to sales as we approach areas up here, it makes a lot of sense. Basically, just looking to try and catch that next lower high if it does form, for another move back down into support. So I'm liking the idea at play here. And yeah, if you do, I assume your stop loss would be above the wick here, most likely. If you do get stopped out and price gives you another entry signal and it doesn't take out this high, then I would look to just re-enter that trade. Worst case scenario, price keeps moving up, you stop out again. Best case scenario, it does reverse, you make back your loss and then some. But essentially the idea for the trade is that you're looking for a lower high, you're looking for price to kind of continue this pattern of these successive lower highs. So the idea is still at play as long as we don't take out this high here. So if you do get stopped out, don't worry about that. You just look for another opportunity to get in, a sufficient one, of course, not just jumping in because you got stopped out, but another good opportunity presents itself, so you're going to enter again. And then yeah, look at the same idea, because that's the theme of the market. That's what the market has been doing for a while now, and the market is going to break out eventually, whether it wants to break to the upside or eventually break to the downside. That's up to dollar CAD, but the idea is that you're looking to short these lower highs and anticipate a rollover back to support. So I like the idea at play. If the market does push up a little bit higher, be prepared to sell again. Those are one of the things which I did struggle with early on. Sometimes I'll get stopped out of a trade and then just kind of forget about the trade, forget about markets, and just move on completely to a different pair. But a lot of the time, my idea would still be at play. If I'm looking for a lower high to form, that lower high could form anywhere as long as it doesn't take out the previous high. So for example here, that lower high could form anywhere in this region and still give you the move. A lot of times I would stop out and then the market would then just move my direction, and then I wouldn't get back into the trade. As long as the idea is still there, still look to trade it. It just might mean you'll be stopped out and then you see the move. And of course, if you don't get stopped out, amazing stuff. You caught it on the first move and yeah, great stuff there. But yeah, I do like the idea. Just be prepared to re-enter if another entry signal does present itself. Okay, so I'll go through gold and oil next. What's up, Sculpey? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, my man. Good morning, good morning. I don't know if I said good morning or not. USD, NZD, so NZUSD. Move stop loss too early. It felt like it would have hit take profit. Yeah, I mean that does happen with most people. Generally speaking, that you have a really good run in the markets, do really well, and most of the time people get overconfident and give the profits back. I think the boom and bust cycle, I'm pretty sure that's basically what it is. You boom and then you bust. Okay, so yeah, gold and oil, let's take a looky. So yeah, gold is still in that channel, not really doing much, but at the same time I think it's prepping itself for a big move higher. Still very, very bullish on gold as I look at the higher time frames. Look at that daily chart, still looking very, very bullish. I know we're becoming a little bit more corrective now, but it doesn't really do anything for me in terms of my bias. As long as we stay above that low there at 22.80, I'm looking for price to shoot back to the high and give us some higher highs as well. So waiting for an opportunity to buy gold. Should we come back into the low, I will be interested in that. Or yeah, if we do break higher outside this channel, maybe form some type of retest, maybe that could interest me, depending on the breakout, depending on the pullback. So I will keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, I am expecting some upside pretty soon. Maybe NFP price is going to continue this to NFP, which we spoke about earlier. Kind of looks like that could be the case. But yeah, I am expecting price to push back to the high 24.50 and probably beyond that as well. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on gold buys. A pair that I'm really interested in is silver buys, because this is coming back into a really big level here, and I think we're just shy of the 50% of the Fibonacci. So it would be nice if price can just have a nice little wick lower, maybe stop out some people getting to the trade a little bit early, and then I'll use that as a nice springboard to take silver higher. So I'm kind of hoping we can kind of maybe spike down, come into the New York session, nice shift of momentum. That could end up being a really good entry signal there, take it higher. And then yeah, we'll see what happens next. But yeah, very bullish on silver. Very bullish on silver. I like it more than gold because gold not really seeing good levels, whereas silver, this is textbook stuff. Breaking test of the high, I'm all over that. So yeah, we'll see how silver develops, but very interested in that one. Like I said, with gold, looking at buys, we'll keep an eye on 22.82 or the break, and we test the high there, but I'm expecting upside. Oil's looking very bearish, and yeah, it's a really healthy breakout as well, leaving behind this consolidation. So I would just be looking at a pullback and a continuation of that. So retest the low, and then looking for trades in the retest of that area. So yeah, to me, oil looks pretty straightforward. I'm liking the trend. There's a lot of momentum with it. You can see consolidation, push, consolidation, push, consolidation, push. Now looking for a pullback and a continuation. Maybe we are just pushing back into that low, but we definitely reverse this bullish trend, and now we're looking to follow that bearish move there. So yeah, if you're looking at oil, I'll just be looking at pullbacks. I would expect more weakness for oil longer term. So that could mean more weakness for CAD as well. But in the meantime, we might see some pullback. So maybe some short-term strength there. But yeah, this to me looks like a great place for a short. Should we get the pullback there? So yeah, that's kind of my take on oil and gold. Gold buys, oil sells. Good morning, Devon. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. Yes, I will be on Nick's stream later. I'm normally on Nick's stream on Thursday, so I don't know how you knew I was actually going to be on a stream today. But yeah, I will be on a stream later at 2:30 UK time. So look out for that. Yeah, I did see that Wolf of Wall Street. Nice name there. Yes, it should mean a bearish CAD, but again, I'm always going to focus on the price action, see how CAD actually reacts to the news, because sometimes expectations can go out the water. So see what price does. If we do get a bearish CAD and things set up, then maybe an opportunity could present itself. Otherwise, yeah, I would be expecting a bearish CAD. Okay, same USD CAD trade. Yeah, it does look good. I mean, I don't know. I've been looking at the DXY. I'm kind of neutral right now, to be honest. I think if I'm looking at the daily chart, I would favor higher low. Simply because that's what we've been doing. Higher low, possibly higher low, and a higher low to that one as well. So I would favor higher low on the dollar, but I'm not really seeing an opportunity to trade it. And if I go to the 4H time frame, which is where I focus a lot of my setups, 4H for me is still very, very bearish. So I'm not exactly looking to jump into opportunities that favor dollar bullishness just yet. For example, if I go look at Euro USD, Euro USD is still pretty bullish right now. So I'm not looking at jumping into any sells just yet. Should we see a big break to the downside, then yeah, things get interesting, pull back and then shorts. But yeah, that's a long, long way away. I don't know, maybe NFP does speed things up there, but I'm not looking to jump into shorts just yet and anticipate a big move higher. So yeah, DXY, I'm kind of just waiting for more information here. Like I said, daily chart, I think a high low can form there. And the fact is we are still pretty corrective on the way down. So I would anticipate this is a pullback of this move here. But, you know, we'll see how things develop because I want to see a break of structure first before I really get on board with the buys. If you do something like this, take out the high, that'd be fantastic. Looking for pullbacks, high, low somewhere, and more upside. And of course, your USD, looking for the exact opposite. So yeah, DXY, not really set up for me yet. Kind of waiting for NFP on Friday for that. If you want to, Ali, I wouldn't buy gold now personally. Otherwise, I'll be buying gold now. I'm looking to buy gold, but nothing's quite set up for me just yet. So I'm waiting for, I'm actually looking at silver. To be honest, that one looks a little bit better. So that's kind of where my focus is right now on silver. But yeah, gold, yeah, I wouldn't buy it just yet. Still very corrective. If it breaks out the channel, there could be some nice retest, or if we pull back a little bit deeper to the low here, then maybe there could be some nice buys there. Okay. Also learn to avoid. Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true. Levels life. You do want to avoid very kind of tight, choppy behavior because it's difficult for a good stop loss placement as well. Because you get more fluctuation, more random wicks. You know, those wicks very, very prone to just taking a stop loss and then moving in direction. So best way to go about it is wait for clean movement. And by that, I mean clear identified trend, sort of like this. Clean move up, clean move down, clean move up, clean move down, clean move up. You know, this is kind of what you want to be looking to trade if you're looking for trend following, because it makes things a lot simpler, safer stop loss placement, and just more likely the trend will continue in direction as well. Don't want to make it any harder than trading already is. Yeah, I think gold, yen, same kind of category really. I'd probably say gold is a little bit more fast-paced than yen, but yen's not far behind. Especially as of late. Sculpey, gold looks to be running a flat correction. Okay, so are you looking at price to break higher? Okay, yeah, you are looking for price to break higher. Something like that. Yes, Alex, I'll take a look at pound yen as well. Yeah, I would agree as well. I would agree as well. Fesu, funded account, I think still roughly around 3% down at the moment. Again, have been very active because still very, very busy at the moment. But hopefully in the next couple of months when things are in place, I'll be more active with the challenge. Yeah, I would agree as well. BTC, I mean, depends because Bitcoin, it does have its moments, but if you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. Same with gold, same with the yen pairs. Good morning, Lauder. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Wait for the fanboys to panic and pounce. Sounds like a good strategy, Poppy, to be honest. Sounds like a really good strategy. So yeah, in terms of some of the yen pairs, pound yen, euro yen, of course we've had a really, really aggressive movement to the upside. Yeah, if you're not really in the buy, then you're not in the buy. That buy has definitely left the station as of right now. If anything, sales look a little bit better because of course this is pound yen here. Going to move down, a correction of that move to some degree, another move down as well. So if the market does want to continue that move, then over here has a pretty good chance of forming a lower high. So if you're looking for sales, this is the time and place to do it. I'm definitely not looking for sales yet for pound yen or other yen pairs. We haven't really done anything major in terms of market structure. CAD yen was the closest to breaking structure, but it didn't. It came back and respected that low there, so I would still be bullish on the pair. Of course, CAD yen, we're approaching some major resistance right now, so again, not the best time to be looking to buy. And most yen pairs are coming back into areas where we might see some reactions, but I don't expect them to be too crazy. So that's why I said earlier, maybe some short-term sells could look good for the yen pairs, but yeah, that's kind of at the best what I'm expecting. And actually, Swiss yen created new highs. Has it taken out the high here yet? Yes, it has. So, yeah, yen pairs still looking bullish to me. Still looking bullish. Okay, you're short Aussie dollar, Poppy, about halfway to my target. Nice. I will take a look at USD. Is that USD CAD? Man? Not sure about USD CAF. Which trend line was that more? Which time frame are you talking about? Anyway, I'll take a look at Aussie dollar. So you're short Aussie dollar halfway to your target, Poppy. Yeah, Aussie dollar's been a little bit air for me. Not a big fan of the conditions. I'm looking at Aussie dollar, and to me, this kind of looks like a big consolidation. And price is trying to break to the upside, but at the same time, not doing it so well. We've had somewhat of an uptrend over the past few days here. Not really so keen on following it just yet. Unless we break out more confidently, then I'll have another look at things. If anything, price is ranging up and down here as well. Where is your target, Poppy? How far are you looking at taking this one down? As you maybe back to the low here. But yeah, I do not like Aussie dollar one bit. So yeah, USD CAD, a couple of people shorting this one. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about USD CAD is just the conditions. It's just very choppy, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It would be nice if we were breaking the lows and seeing lower lows each time. The fact is we keep forming equal lows. So basically the market is just kind of consolidating within here Eventually, we're going to see a breakout up or down, and that'll be a bit more of an attractive move to follow in my book. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. But in the meantime, we are still keeping up with these lower highs. So as we approach areas like so, not a bad place for a short, anticipating another swing back to the downside. So USD CAD, if you're looking to trade within this area, shorts looks the best bet. As we approach these prices here, if you do stab higher, maybe throw some wicks, that could be an even better entry should that happen. But you're kind of just looking to take advantage of what the market is doing, which is these constant back and forths. Appreciate that, man, for subscribing. Constant back and forths. So it would make a lot of sense looking to sell as we approach the highs here, and again anticipate a move back down. If you see a breakout, that's when you kind of hold your horses a little bit, because that breakout could take us very, very far, up or down. Okay, short BTC from what price, Raj? Don't worry more. You don't have to prove anything to me, man. On the 15, yeah, 15 is going to be a little bit choppy. Yeah, 50 not looking too great there. So yeah, I would kind of try and avoid going too deep into the price action, especially when we're trading within consolidation, because the deeper you go into the price action, the more noise you're going to get. I'm not saying the low time frames is noisy, but there's a good time to use it and there's a bad time to use it. And especially inside the middle of a consolidation, not the best time. You're going to get a lot of kind of unpredictable moves. So yeah, with USD CAD, like I said, I will be looking to short, but if you're looking at the 15-minute chart, I would at least wait for price to come back to that high there before trying to anticipate for a short. Trying to short in here on the 15-minute chart is a little bit all over the shop a little bit. Yeah, this is kind of just a big consolidation. I wouldn't try and do anything inside of that. So if you are looking to short, which makes sense, as we just discussed on the higher time frame, I would wait for price to move higher, back to the high, and maybe even take out that high, and then look for a move down there. That'll make a bit more sense. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd be looking at for USD CAD. Lauder US30, we'll take a look and add orders if possible. Nice, that's the mentality. We'll take a look at US30. Synthware, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Only looking for gold buys. Nice. I'm looking to buy gold as well, but more focused on silver. Silver looks a little bit more attractive to me, but of course gold and silver are very correlated. They're both all moving in the same direction 9 times out of 10. Ben, look to the new CPI FMC. Okay. Yeah, that would be very interesting, CPI and FMC. Yeah, that could be a really good day to just take off the markets, especially in the low time frames where you don't really want to be holding trade through the news there. For me, if I'm in a trade previously from the previous day, then I would hold through the news, but definitely CPI FMC are definitely news events which I don't want to enter just before, because that puts my stop loss at risk 100%. So yeah, that will be an interesting day. Poppy started going for high probability, less profitable trades. Yeah, that's wait, what? High probability but less profitable. What does that mean? Does that mean it doesn't go as far in your direction? I'm not sure what you mean by less profitable trades. In the meantime, let me take a look at US30 Lauder says she's in the long, and 3804 is the entry. 3804, 3804. Okay, let's write that down at the lows here. Yeah, I mean, you're in a prime location to hold for a big move here. Prime location. Yeah. If the market is going to see a high low here, then you would expect it just to keep pushing up. The only thing I don't like about US 30 is that we had such an aggressive sell-off over the past few days. So aggressive, but it looks like we're trying to aggressively retrace that as well. So yeah, I would recommend taking profits, locking in some gains. Lord, I would recommend locking in some gains because you're in a place where we could form a higher low and price could shoot to the moon and see new highs 100%. But equally at the same time, we have kind of felt at the highs pretty aggressively as well. And this could be the start of a bigger move to the downside too. So although the possibility for a move up is there 100%, higher time frames are still pretty bullish, you also want to protect against your downside as well. And the best way to do that is take positions off the table. Nothing crazy. Don't have to take 80% of your position off, but a little 20, little 25, little 30, that can make a lot of sense in terms of paying yourself just in case price does go against you. So yeah, I do like the upside potential, but I'm not a big fan of all of this aggressive bearish momentum. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we actually do continue back down at some point, maybe for a double bottom or to retest the low down here as well. So I would protect yourself against that just by taking some partials. But yeah, you're in a nice location and you do give yourself a pretty good chance to see that trend continue. So not looking bad. Yeah, I mean, it's all about confluence more. Support and resistance trend lines, they work well together, 100%. I'm a big fan of using them together and trying to pick that sweet spot where they cross, interlink, and then looking for opportunities on that area. It gives you more confidence. Lauren. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Okay, go for less pips and bigger SLs. Okay, so less risk to rewards, I assume, and just a higher probability of playing out. And that makes, less risk to rewards, but more consistent. Yeah, I mean, give yourself that room to trade in. Don't have to go for such tight entries and tight stop losses. Of course, if you're going to do that, you have a crazy risk to rewards, but you're going to take a lot more losses. And again, there is no right or wrong thing to do in trading as well. And definitely are traders who have notoriously very tight stop losses and then very high risk rewards. They'll take a bunch of losses, but then their big wins will make up for it. And there are people with very, very wide stop losses who will win more often. But of course, they'll be making one-to-ones or even less on their winning trades. So, you pick your poison, pick what you're after, and then be consistent with that. There's pros and cons to both sides of the story. I'm kind of in the middle. I do have some decent room on my stop loss, but I also want to have a pretty good risk reward as well. I'm neither at one extreme. Okay, we'll go through GR30 as well. If I have missed out page, let me know. I'll go through my watch list in a moment as well. I'm not in silver buys yet, Philip. I'm looking to enter. I want to see a little bit more downside before I do take any entries on silver. I want price to spike into the 50% of the fib, if price will be so kind. So from the low to the high, we've got the 50% just underneath us. So I want to see price kind of wick into that and then give me my entry signal, and then it'll be all green lights and I'll be looking for my buys. But yeah, I am looking for silver to push right back to the high there. That is the trade idea at play. I'm liking the pullback. I'm taking out some lows here. Now I just want to see what price can do at this area. And it's still very corrective as well. So silver looks really, really good. Silver looks good. Just need to wait for entry signal now. So yeah, we'll take a GR30. Sculpey, you got a little habit of smashing phones. 2 phones in 2 weeks. Well, if you had a third phone, that third phone would be quaking its boots right now because your 2 previous phones have been smashed. That third phone's looking likely to be smashed as well. No problem, Lord. Happy to help. Yeah, of course. Again, if you're looking for the bigger targets in the markets, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic with your bigger targets, because the bigger the target you have, the less likely price is going to get there. And of course, if it does get there, fantastic. You hit a big risk reward trade, and things are looking good. But at the same time, if you're going to be up, really good gains, but you're not going to lock them in, you have to be okay with seeing price coming all the way back against you. If that's the case, if you're happy, if you can stomach that price going all the way back against you after being in some good profit, then go for it. But if not, which a lot of people are not, partials look good, trading stop loss looks good. You just want something to manage that trade, to pay yourself. But yeah, GR30, we've seen some downside. Again, I'm more focused on the buys with this one. We've seen a really nice higher high, looking for another pullback, for another higher low to form, and a push up. This was our previous high low. Now I'm looking at price forming another one. We've got a really, really nice level here at 18,300. So that would look like a nice place for a long. You can see how corrective this move has been as well, which is always nice to see. Generally speaking, we have a really nice impulse, and then we have a corrective move back down against it. Most likely that's just a pullback for price to push higher. So yeah, it's looking likely for a push higher, but of course we're not at the level just yet, so a bit more downside would be nice. And then we can see what price can do at 18,300. And yeah, I'm expecting a push back to the high, 18,931, and probably some higher highs as well. So yeah, still very, very bullish on GR30. I think in general, I'm still pretty bullish on the indices. NAS, yes. US 30, yes. S&P, yes as well. What's UK 100 doing these days? Still pretty bullish. But yeah, looks like it's having a bit of a pullback, but I was expecting that to be over pretty soon. So yeah, we'll be looking for more upside there. Biggest rule, not to look in trades when I'm in the gym. To be fair, I don't really mind. I will set alerts for my trades, and whenever my alert goes off, then I need to manage it. It might be when I'm in the gym. I've taken trades in the gym before. I've managed trades in the gym before. It's not really a big a deal to me, to be fair, because I'm a swing trader. Trades go for a while. Yeah, I'm not too attached like that. Of course, when you're on the lower time frames, it's a bit more thick and fast, so I probably wouldn't advise that. But if you're holding trades for multiple days, even multiple weeks, it's a little bit easier. Back to a trap phone. Yeah, I don't think that would break so easily, to be honest. NHD, what is up? Welcome to the stream. What's your video on gold? Okay, I'll take a look at gold. I'm long at 2019. Fib levels, I just look at 50% and below. Really, I don't really try and get too specific on my fib levels. Really, what I'm looking at is just price to be 50% and below in the fib, but it's always nice if it does line up with the 0.618 or the 0.786. So those are the three areas I'm looking at. But truthfully, as long as it's below the 50, I'm interested in price. Okay, so let me go take a look at gold. If I have missed that pair, let me know, because I feel like I have. But yeah, with gold, as I've been saying, looking for upside. Did you say you're long from 2019? 2019 will be all the way down here somewhere. Impressive stuff if that's the case. But yeah, gold is still looking at upsides, looking for a break and retest of that level there. Or should we come in a little bit lower, I'll look to see what we can do at this prior swing low. Should we come back and retest it, 22.82, I like that place for a higher low as well. But altogether, still very bullish for gold. I do think eventually we'll push back to that swing high sooner or later. But yeah, the best opportunity is either retest below or we break out of this channel and we can use that resistance to our support. But right now, as we stay within that channel, I wouldn't touch gold really. More consolidation than anything. So yeah, I would stay away from gold in there. But if you do break out, things do get interesting. So yeah, keep an eye out on some breakouts, because if we can, then I'll be expecting price to move forward. But yeah, silver looks a little bit better to me because it's coming back into a nice level. Got some good confluence there, healthy pullback. So yeah, I'm liking silver a little bit more, so we'll keep a close eye there, and we'll look for some longs. Yeah, I understood that, NHD. Don't worry. Okay, 23.19, yeah, that makes a bit more sense, because 2019 would be absolutely insane. Yeah, 23.19 would be around there somewhere. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. So yeah, I mean, you're long from a nice place. What's the plan with that trade? You have a set target in mind? You trading stops? What's the goal? Because it's a nice location, you know, down at the lows here. You kind of give yourself the max amount of room for price to kind of fluctuate. And if it wants to break out now, you're giving yourself the best opportunity to kind of catch that breakout. Of course, there is a world where we could roll over again. I would imagine maybe you are break even by now, something like that. But yeah, I'm looking for longs as well. Nice entry. Hopefully we can get the breakout and things look a bit more interesting. But if you do come a little bit lower, I would assume more entries would come around and some opportunities to buy back up again. So yeah, definitely bullish on gold and definitely bullish on silver. No problem, man. Happy to help. Yeah, I would agree as well, Sculpey. I would agree as well. The news probably will be a big mover for gold, because gold is just in that kind of tight channel right now. It's looking for a catalyst. It's looking for something. It's looking for an excuse to break out. And then we'll see what price does afterwards. But yeah, in here, I'm just expecting back and forth, Do we have any big news today? I think we do have a bit of. And then we had a bunch of Euro news this morning. Oh yes, we got Bank of Canada today. I forgot about that. We've got Bank of Canada interest rate decision at 2:45, so that'll be interesting. Rates expected to drop. Then we've got dollar PMI as well this afternoon, 3 o'clock. And ADP employment change at 1:15. So there is a bit of news going around today. Yeah, there is a bit of news. Tomorrow, a little bit there as well. Oh, ECB interest rate decision. I did not see that. We got Euro interest rate tomorrow as well, and that's expected to fall as well. So yeah, I think we're coming up to some interesting times now. And then NFP on Friday, and then FOMC at CPI next week too. Lovely stuff. Told you don't touch gold now. Yeah, I mean, I know a few traders who don't like to touch gold. Then I know a few traders who love gold as well. Yeah, I think again with trading, you go wherever you feel comfortable, whatever pays you. Really, you don't want to force anything. If something's not working, best thing to do really is just to drop it really, or try and make it work. Of course, that would take a lot of reviewing, a lot of rewiring to make something work. And if you already have something working, then you might as well just size up on that. But yeah, with gold looking for upside, silver looking for upside, I'm gonna go through my watch list, because someone did ask for it ages ago, but we might as well do it now. Better late than never. So yeah, in terms of my watch list, so silver is pretty much at the top of it. Looking for longs, we're very, very close to my area of interest, which is pretty much at that Fibonacci 0.5 level. If we can spike into it, that'd be very, very nice. Maybe leave a big wick for it, that'll be beautiful. And I'll be looking at longs, but effectively, I'm looking for the breaking test of this level here for some buys to the upside. USD CHF, I'm looking for some sells. We've had a really, really big breakout of some really strong support here. We've left behind a nice low, which hasn't been retested. So for dollar Swiss, I'm looking at pullback to short and then to take to the downside there as well. So USD CHF's looking really good. Probably will take some time for a pullback, but it looks like a really nice place for a short. Those are the two best opportunities. In terms of like gold is on the watch list, but it's got a lot of work to do, so I'm not really looking at it too much right now. I do like some of the CHF pairs, but they kind of left me in the dust a little bit, so I'm kind of waiting to see if they can pull back. New Zealand CHF, I was looking at the retest of this low. We did get there, but it's again outside of my trading hours. Nice entry signal around 8 p.m. Again, I'm not looking at the charts at that time. Aussie CHF, that one came into a really nice low, which I was talking about yesterday as well, which was this area here. But again, that one bounced at a similar time. So I'm looking to see if they can come back into the level. So yeah, that was the agent session anyway. So yeah, I was looking at a lot of the CHF pairs yesterday. I still am. But I want to see what we can do if we come back down a second time, reject it, and we throw some wicks. Maybe that could leave me a nice trade there. I'm not really focused on the dollar pairs. I'm kind of all dollared out at the moment, apart from gold and silver, of course. And the yen pairs, yeah, yen pairs already reacted, so I'm not really looking at them anyway. So yeah, not a lot of pairs on my watch list right now. Main two pairs I'm interested in: dollar CHF shorts and silver longs, and then maybe Aussie CHF or New Zealand CHF should they get back to support. Oh yeah, that's true. Scorpio only trades gold. Forgot about that. Yep, very, very true. Again, I like it when there's news. Not too much news, but I like the heavy hitters because it does move the market a lot. And I've had some really good trades after news. Yeah, I'm not looking to trade the news, but when the news has happened and we've seen a big move up, looking for the pullbacks and looking for continuations after that can be a really smart move sometimes. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the case with trading in general. But yeah, I'm definitely with more on that one. Scalping. To be fair, I've never really tried scalping. In all honesty, I've dabbled a little bit when I was just messing around. When I was first getting involved with trading, but it was never really an avenue which I really explored. It was just, yeah, it was. I always had the view of it being too thick and fast for me, so I never really explored it too much. I don't think I've ever really traded below the 15-minute chart. Of course, I've probably thrown some random trades on the 1 minute time frame just for a laugh back in the day, but in terms of being serious and intentional, I've probably never really dropped below the 15. Yeah, 5 minute, 1 minute, give me goosebumps. Anyway, so yeah, with me, just will be focusing on those currency pairs for now. The closest one is silver, so that's kind of where all my focus is right now, because dollar CHF still needs to have a pretty big pullback before I do get involved with any opportunities there. So we'll see what happens. That was life. You said you did buy gold at 23.21. Okay. Where's that? 23.21. A lot of people trading gold today. 23.21. That's around here-ish. And take profit 23.47. Okay, so more or less back at the highs here. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are looking at a similar move like that. I think, yeah, NHD 23.50, 23.60, more or less same area. So yeah, gold has been back and forth in this channel here. So picking up buys does look good, and of course, when you're looking at buys down here, you're giving yourself the possibility that maybe catching really impulsive breakout should we see that. So yeah, I'm liking the buys with gold. Not enough for me to take a trade though, of course. Like I said, silver looks better, so that's where I'm focusing. But if gold does break out higher, then that would definitely pique my interest. But not quite yet though. Ben, how did you first get into trading? My dad's we got into trading before me through his friend. Yeah, and then my dad showed me. Because most people get into trading for like an ad on social media, some guy flexing a Lamborghini, saying look at my signals, and then that's how you kind of get into trading. But me, yeah, my dad just told me. Oh, showed me. Yeah, I mean, it's a very individual thing. It's all about personalities as well. Whether you're going to scalp, swing, day trade, position trade, yeah, it's different goals, different habits, different personalities, different traders. All we all here to make money, of course, but the way we do that can be very, very different. Some people like to be in the green at the end of the day. Some people don't mind waiting a whole year to be in the green. Some people want it here and now. Some people can wait a whole year before they see tangible profits. So the styles will be different. The aggressiveness will be different as well. Time frames they trade will be different. Goals will be different as well. Again, the goal is to make money, but the way you do that, how you do that, how aggressively you do that is down to the trader themselves. So you got to find out what you're here for. Always align yourself with your goals. You don't want to just trade just to trade or trade just to make money. You have to think, okay, where do I want to be now 5 years from now? And how am I going to get that and take steps backwards to try and achieve that? Because I think just trading just to make money doesn't really bode well. You have to have some goals. You have to have some expectations and set, and realistic ones as well, and then work your way back from there. Because say you make 10% in a month, that could be really good going for you, but because you're just here to make money, you're just going to keep forcing, and you end up giving back. You have to have a ballpark of where you want to aim and adjust to that. That's what it'd be like for my son. Yeah, likewise as well. Yes, I will take a look at Aussie dollar, no problem. So I'll be using that ADHD to your advantage there. I like that. Life gave you lemons, made some lemonade there. Tissy on gold, the highs are getting lower from 1 hour and 4 hour. Yes, they are. Again, that's kind of the characteristics of a descending channel. You're getting lower highs and lower lows. But the key thing is that the market is still very, very corrective and you're expecting the market to break out higher. So, I'm expecting the market to remain in this. But the bigger move I'm after is definitely the breakout. And I would anticipate that to be the upside. You've had a really impulse move down. We're seeing a lot of correctiveness. If this trend really wants to continue, we'll probably get a nice healthy pullback and then some follow through. We didn't really see that follow through. The market's kind of steadily moving down. So I'm expecting price to reverse back up again. In terms of Aussie dollar, so I don't really have too much to say on Aussie dollar. I'm kind of looking at this as a range really. So price action to me is not that clear. I don't really have such a solid directional bias either. Again, long term, I would be bearish because that's kind of the trend at play. But we definitely have kind of lost that trend a little bit. We're kind of a bit more flat now with Aussie dollar. So I'm not the biggest fan of this pair at the moment. I'm looking for a bit more conviction, a bit more direction in terms of a clear trend to follow. Not really seeing that at the moment in time. So for Aussie dollar, if we can break the high, do it aggressively, then for me that will give me a bit more belief in this trend and pullbacks could look a lot better. And that's about it. That's the best I've really got for this one. Because this was a consolidation. We had a fake out to the downside. And it looks like we're kind of getting a fake out to the upside, which could mean a big move down. But I'm not really interested in that. If we can break higher again, then I'll be looking to follow this back to the high on the left. And I'll just be looking at pullbacks. I can make sense of that. But here, I have no idea what price is trying to do. I mean, at the moment, it looks like it's forming another fake out, so I would expect to move down. But that's not really in the plan. That's not really something I'm looking to trade. So yeah, Aussie dollar, bit of a myth to me right now. If I think I got in trading through the Lambo or margin call people. Yeah, I feel like that's the story for most people because, of course, that's what's going to attract the most attention as well. I like that margin call people. That's quite funny. Pretty much balls have got nothing to worry about. Fair enough, already there already. Of course, Poppy, of course. Hopefully, mid-July, we're looking at NHD for the launch, mid-July. But it could change based on the back end things. But we'll have a solid launch date pretty soon. But we're looking at sometime in July. Yeah, you have to play the hand you've been dealt with like it's what was the quote again? I don't think it's like it's your own, but like you decided the cards. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good saying. Philip, anytime I'm forced to make money, I lose. Yeah, I mean that's the case with pretty much everyone. I bet everyone can agree to that to some extent on the stream here. If you're trading to make money, of course we're all trading to make money. It's kind of an ironic thing, but you don't want to focus on the money because money is always the byproduct of your actions, of your execution in the market. If you're trading well, you'll be rewarded. Maybe not immediately, but eventually you will be. If you're trading poorly, then of course you won't be rewarded. And one of the signs of, or one of the causes of someone trading poorly is, of course, focusing on the monetary side of things, focusing on money. You want to make a certain amount of money by the end of the month. You haven't made it yet, so you're trying to dig that out of the market. Of course, you're just going to give back stuff and more as well. So, keeping things cool, calm, and steady allows you to focus on the price action more. And then when you get a bit more confidence, you can always scale up. But you don't want to do that backwards. You don't want to buy off more than you can chew, especially in trading, because you don't really get a second chance. That capital you have in your account will be gone if you're not managing it correctly. So that's why it's always important to try and focus on percentage growth, which I know can be difficult, but at least keep things a bit more systematic. If you're focusing on percentage rather than on money, then you can kind of calculate how well you're performing. Because of course, if you have a $1,000 account, you make 20% there. You make $200. Of course, $200 might not seem like a lot. You might not see that you really do anything, but 20% on a large account, will be great gains. 20% on a 200k account, that's 40k. So percentage is a good thing to look at, but of course, monetary wise, depending on your account size, it might not mean much to you, but of course, there's always room for growth and level up, which is why trading is never really get rich scheme unless you have a big account from the start. Then yeah, but most people don't. That's not a bad one, Sculpey. Chasing the market is like chasing Usain Bolt. No point. Yeah, I would agree as well. I would agree. Wait for Usain to come to you. Nice one, Poppy. Yeah, I mean, in terms of trading, there's many ways to be active. Doesn't always have to be with the charts, but you can be very active in terms of your journaling, in terms of reviewing. Again, a lot of people like journaling, but not a lot of people like reviewing. And again, reviewing is kind of where the leveling up comes into place. So when you're looking to try and improve your trading, best way to do that is look back at your previous trades and look at it in terms of the market. For example, if you got a nice uptrend here and you bought and the market stopped you out, so you bought here, your stop loss was here, your target was up there, say the market stopped you out and it went in your direction. Well, then when you review that, you can say, okay, did I enter at a meaningful area? Was it meaningful? Did it fit the plan? Was this a good trade to take? If yes, great. Was there also another good trade further down which would have made you caught the move? If there was some type of meaning here, look into that. Of course, not every move is meant to be traded. But a lot of the time, looking at re-entries, getting in better areas, could mean the difference between taking a loss and taking a win. And just minute differences there will have such a huge improvement later down the road. It might not feel like it in the beginning, but it will give you a nice snowball effect eventually. There's your other more prof I am. Sitting watching TV when I caught it. Very nonchalant scalping. Yeah, I mean, in terms of trading, you're just kind of looking for opportunities that are good, of high quality. And from my experience, that's kind of where you want to spend most of your time, just trying to find the good, high quality trades. Of course, the only thing about high quality trades, they don't always come thick and fast. They sometimes vary far and few between. So they could be, you get one really good trade this week, and the next time you get a really good trade is a couple of weeks later. So focusing on good trades is definitely the more profitable thing to do. But in terms of your trade frequency, it might mean you take less trades, which might not have much meaning, because again, at the end of the day, you want to be the most profitable you can, and focusing on the best trades and the best setups, best probability is the best way to do it. That's it, few and far between. When I get lazy, I don't open charts. Yeah, well, again, you know your own weaknesses and flaws. Yeah, I mean, for me, I've been trading so long, it's kind of a habit to look at the charts, really. Even if I shouldn't be looking at the charts, I'll still look at the charts, really. But yeah, in terms of being lazy, for me, it would be like skipping out journaling or skipping out reviewing my trades. If I'm getting lazy, that's what I would skip out on, which is not good, of course. This must be weird. Yeah, I mean, if you're only going to focus on Euro Yen, and Euro Yen's been doing what Euro Yen does best, then it's been a pretty good month. From that perspective. Not a lot to do apart from just manage that position. All positions, plural. What's up, Tony Gold? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. EuroCAD, we'll take a look. No problem. Holy One of Israel, welcome to the stream. No problemo. Welcome. Hope everyone is well. If you guys are enjoying the content, by the way, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And make sure you do hit the bell as well so you don't miss out on any streams or uploads in the future. But yeah, Euro Canadian. We do have CAD Bank of, I was about to say Bank of Interest Rate there. We do have Bank of Canada interest rate decision coming out shortly. So if you're looking to trade Euro CAD or any other CAD pair, you do want to take that into consideration because price is definitely going to be moving up and down based on that. Again, we're expecting to see rates drop, which should see some weakness in the CAD, which should send Euro CAD up. But then again, the markets do tend to surprise you. So yeah, Euro CAD, I am bullish. I'm looking for a move up. Back to the high here, we have broken out of this really choppy range. I'm kind of looking at this as a big inverse head and shoulder pattern. So left shoulder there, head down there, right shoulder here. And then we've had some type of breakout. It's not the clearest or cleanest one in the world because it lacks a lot of momentum. But it is some type of a breakout there. So I'm expecting price to continue higher back to 1.5. But yeah, in terms of opportunities, not the biggest fan of EuroCAD really, just because of the way it's moving. Maybe if you have another strong push to the upside, could leave behind a nice little retest there for us. Maybe, again, this is me kind of thinking out loud here. But because it's been so corrective, I don't really want to follow this trend. But maybe if we get, a big break higher, the news sends price up. We've had a pretty impulsive move here. Maybe we're just going to have a brief consolidation and another big impulsive move. And that will leave behind a nice level to long from. Should we come back and retest it? And I'm expecting price to move back into the swing high there. But yeah, I am looking at upside for EuroCAD. I'm looking at this kind of move continuing. And that's our next big level resistance. So that will be my target. So yeah, buys look good. Just need a bit more conviction to follow it. Even a retest of this area could look good as well. But it depends. I think when we come back tomorrow and we've had the CAD news and we can see how price has shaped up, then we can look at everything a little bit clearer. But yeah, I am bullish, looking for more upside. Used to love trading, nowadays kind of like it. Yeah, I mean, you got to look. I try and put that love back into trading. I feel like you don't want to put too much pressure in yourself because I feel like when you put too much pressure, you stress a lot, and then it becomes a bit more of a chore rather than a. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. They're more of a play. I feel like when I'm really in love with trading is more like a sport, if you will. Like when you play sport, it's not really a chore. It's more like a play, if that makes sense. And trading can be like that as well, because it's kind of you against yourself, you against the market to an extent. You're looking for trading opportunities, trying to find a nice place to buy, nice place to sell. And it becomes more like a game than anything, really. And it can be very enjoyable, very fun. But if you put a lot of pressure, a lot of stress on yourself to deliver, to hit certain goals, and if you're not achieving that, then you're kind of beating yourself up, especially if you slack somewhere. You're like, oh, why did I not do that? And then it becomes a bit more of a chore, and then you kind of lose a bit of love in it. So yeah, I feel like viewing it a bit more like a sport, a bit more like a game might help with that. Because from my personal perspective, that's kind of when I'm really enjoying trading, when I'm kind of just looking at it as a game, as a sport, if you will. I'm kind of just looking at good places to buy, good places to sell. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right. Come back the next day. That's when I'm really enjoying my trading. 13th of May. Well, not too far from the 13th of June more, so almost a full month. Ben, you sound like an addict there, mate. Watch charts all day if they're moving. I'm joking. I mean, I'm with you there as well. I think a lot of people have been trading for a while, kind of like addicts as well. Like since I've started, maybe not since I've started, maybe since for the past, I would say for the past like 4 years, I don't think I've gone a whole week without looking at the charts. I don't think for the past 4 years I've gone a whole week without looking at the charts. When I was in university, yeah, because I was focusing on my studying and I was really having trading as a priority then. But since I've left, I don't think I've not looked at the chart for a full I haven't missed a day of looking at the chart for a week. When it reached the top, top wick, okay, I'll close them all. Okay. Now that would be a nice feeling, I suppose. Okay, just don't care enough. Fair enough. 8 coffees deep, 12-hour screen time, just a standard day. Yeah, and that's how you get yourself back pain as well. I remember during lockdown, my back pain was not crazy, but I was sitting down a lot and I had a lot of low back pain. So yeah, that was difficult to get through. So yeah, if you are doing 12 hours a day, sitting down watching the screen, I do recommend make sure you stand, make sure you start moving, because your back will be gone, my friend. How is silver looking? Hasn't really done much. I think price is kind of waiting for this afternoon a little bit. Yeah, gold likewise as well. Not really interested with the dollar pairs today. Apart from silver and dollar CHF. How the Swiss pair's looking. Need that to come back down. Aussie CHF looks like it is coming down. So we'll keep an eye out there. Pound Aussie. Still looking somewhat bullish. Yeah, 100% all of us doing. And the back pain, your old man. Man, I'm only 24. Yeah, I don't know. Just sitting down all day, it was never good for my back, especially lockdown as well during COVID. But yeah, I was not exercising as much, so back pain was peak. It was bad. But then yeah, I started playing a bit of football, started jogging a lot, started running, started going to the gym, and my back is pretty good now. No more back pain. Oh, 1 minute chart all day. Yeah, that is some strong stuff. Look, 30, it's 120 years old. Yeah, we've definitely all been there. Looking at the charts day in, day out. Maybe not the 1 minute chart. I wasn't really on that type of adrenaline. What's up, William from France? No problem. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Hope you are well as well. If you look at any markets, feel free to let us know. But yeah, I feel like excessive look at the markets, you would definitely age a few years, 100%. 100%. But yeah, put it in the chat. How did people get introduced to trading? What got them involved in trading? I'm interested to find out. Much love, more. Yeah, I agree. Trading is a huge game of experience. Huge experience plays a huge part. Because again, the concepts I'm trading, I know I'm trading, not necessarily Einstein level. It's not, I'm not reinventing the wheel. Support resistance, candlestick patterns, market structure. These things have been talked about for decades in technical analysis, but it becomes very, experience becomes very, very important in terms of applying that to the markets at the right times and being consistent with that as well. So yeah, experience is a huge part to play. What's up, Alatar? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. No problem, Levels Life. Happy to help. I made 300% on my first trade. No wonder what got you hooked there. I feel like that's what the market does. It gives you a great start. You double your account or you make some crazy money in your first week or whatever, and that gets you hooked. And then there's no turning back. You're already hooked, and you give back all your gains, but you're already hooked. It doesn't matter. The market's already enticed you. It's a funny world. Philip, XAG on the hour has broken flag. It might not get to the 50% fib. Let's have a look. See. Are you talking about the flag here? And the fact is that we've broken it there and respecting support. Yeah, possibly. I mean, we do have news later. Nothing crazy. I mean, we do have Bank of Canada, but I'm not really expecting Bank of Canada to cause too much problems to silver. But we do have some dollar news coming out later. I think it's PMI and ADP employment change. So that could cause a bit of movement there. So what I'm essentially looking for is a bit of a wick to the downside. And then that could be the catalyst for a nice move up. Because if I just move this out of the way, even the Fibonacci level there, right now what we got really with silver is basically consolidation. This here is basically consolidation. The market is rebalancing support resistance and not really going anywhere. So even if we kind of just stay within here, it's not really doing much for me in terms of getting me involved in the trade. Because again, what I'm looking for in terms of my characteristics is a big, some type of rejection and some type of shift in momentum. Not really seeing any of that right now. The market's kind of just sideways and not really showing much momentum. So if you can wick lower, that'll be great, because we'll also hit the Fibonacci, 50% fib as well. So that'll tick that confluence too. And then maybe that could be a nice catalyst to get us seeing some bullish momentum, because we kind of fake lower. There will be a bunch of stop losses here. Maybe price wants to go and take that out before it pushes up. Might not. Maybe the news comes out and the market just reacts bullish and it flies. And that's a possibility as well. But I know that right now, this is not really doing much for me. So if it doesn't hit the 50, it doesn't hit the 50. If it does, I'm all eyes and all ears. But right now, it's kind of just it's a little bit sideways. We've had a pretty big bearish candle yesterday as well. So I kind of want to see a bit more rejection to the downside anyway. If it tags the 50, that would be great too. But you're right as well. We might not tag the 50. We might push up. But again, I'm trying to take the best trades. And if there's nothing there, nothing there. Yeah, I would agree as well, Ben. I would agree as well. Start doing yourself. Yeah, it's a bit like riding a bike. You can watch how many bike videos you want to watch. You can go to bike races, watch your friends ride a bike. But at the end of the day, you have to sit on the bike yourself and gain that balance and gain that rhythm of riding a bike as well. And of course, you do want to have tips and advice from other experienced traders because you want to follow in their footsteps. But at the same time, you want to be gaining that own personal experience as well, and learning that way. Most people's through Lamborghini $1 to 1 million flip. Of course it is. 2,000 your first trade, yeah, that's definitely gonna entice you there, Poppy. 2,000. I was only trading with like $100 account. I first got involved. What's up, Malik? Welcome to the stream. Social scientists, yeah, funded account still roughly around 3% down, but I'm looking to get more active on that in the next, hopefully, couple of months when things are in place with the prop firm, my prop firm. More trading view, some lag. Yeah, it could be because, of course, I mean, I'm not too sure which broker you're using, but of course, TradingView is going to use different brokers to the broker you're using. So there could be just difference between the broker's data and the data on TradingView, but that could be the case as well. I mean, I haven't really compared yet. I mean, I did take pound CHF earlier this week, and that was pretty similar to IC Markets. And funny enough, IC Markets is on TradingView as well. There is IC Markets. But yeah, I mean, I'm so used to using FXCM on TradingView now. Yeah, when you do start, you're in deep. Yeah, I would say that's true as well. Show them that risk is very, very important. You need to manage that. My average risk to reward, it's around about a 3, a little bit less than 3. Can I look at sugar? I've never looked at sugar before. What's the name? The symbol name for sugar? I have no idea what it would be. Is it just sugar? Suppose so. I mean, there's not a lot of information here, but we have been pretty bearish, so I would be looking at trading that to the downside, to be honest. I do like the low over here. Big break, no retest. That could be a really nice place for a short. If you're intraday, then we're at a place to short as well right now. That would be a nice place for a short. Still a lot of momentum, back to the extreme of the range. I mean, we are kind of consolidating there, so I would wait for a more confident candle close outside of this range here. But that could be nice for a short there. But yeah, I would just be focusing on sales in these conditions. Still very, very bearish. Intraday, something like that. If you're looking for a bit more of a swing, I'll see if we can come up there. But yeah, I do like the lower highs. CGF JPY will take a look. Ross, no problemo. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. I don't want to Israel. It was always going to be different. It was always gonna be, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I waited so long before I actually started doing a funded challenge. It's because the time limits. You see Chef. Okay, still looking to buy. Haven't found an entry yet. Price is starting to slow down. Okay, no worries, Sculpey. Appreciate coming onto the stream. Yeah, trade safe. We do have news as well. But yeah, with USD CHF. I mean, actually, let me go through CHF JPY first for Russ. Yeah, so with this one, it's interesting because we've just taken out that high. So I would be so eager to trade it, because now that we've just taken out that high, I'm expecting price to see some type of sell-off, retracement, a bigger pullback, if you will. Not to extend that the market is bearish, because we are still very, very bullish, we're still pushing higher. But I do think now we're probably going to get a bigger pullback. So even a pullback to this area could be really interesting, because we broke through this level. We didn't have a retest of it. So something like this could look good, and then some buys back up again. So I would be looking at something like that for Swiss yen. I wouldn't really be looking for buys in here. Like I said, it's a big wick. We're just taking out the high of the wick there. I would imagine a lot of profit taking now. Sellers will be jumping into the market. I think we're still at all-time highs for Swiss yen. If I go to the monthly chart, yeah, pretty sure these are all-time highs. So we're at an area where a big pullback will be on the cards very, very soon. So as we take out these major swing highs, I don't really want to be buying right at the top. So I'll be expecting, people to be exiting their buy positions, since we've never been at these prices before. So there's a very good chance we are going to sell off as well. So a retest of this looks good. This way you're still in tune with the trend in the market, and you're still looking to buy from really nice areas of support and resistance. So yeah, I would be a bit patient there, wait for a bigger pullback, and 172.5 looks good. 172.5 does look good. Happy to help. No problem more. Have a good day, my man. Have a good day. Hope to see you tomorrow. Social scientists, continues learning new strategies. It's an interesting question. I feel like once you need to learn one strategy and get that unlock. Yeah, that's a given. You need to understand one strategy very well, get that unlock, and see profitability in that one strategy. Once you're in a place where you're comfortable with that strategy, because the strategy you're going to learn is going to be tailored to specific conditions. You're either going to learn a trend following strategy, or you're going to learn a mean reversion strategy, whichever one it is. Because there will be conditions where your strategy that you have learned performs very, very well. Say it's trending, the market's trending very well, your strategy performs well, you're loving life, and then that trend starts to die down, starts to consolidate, reverse, whatever. And then that's when you have to scale back, because of course your strategy you have learned is not ideal for those conditions. So that's when potentially learning a second strategy for those conditions, whether it's choppy markets, consolidation, breakouts, or whatever, that's when it will become ideal to learn a second strategy if you want to. For me, I just trade one strategy. I trade a bunch of different markets, so I'm always chopping and changing between markets. So I know conditions for me trending are the best. If the market I'm looking at isn't trending, then I'm just going to jump to another market that is. So I don't really need to learn a second strategy for different conditions, because I've got so many markets to choose from. Most of the time there is always a trending market to some degree. But I wouldn't just look to continue to learn different strategies just because of the sake of it. I feel like that will hurt you more than help you. You have to be very, very specific. If you're going to learn a trading strategy, a new trading strategy, it's because you want to take advantage of a specific type of market conditions. If you're looking to trade choppy conditions, you're looking for a strategy that fits that choppy condition. And when the market is choppy, then that's when you deploy that strategy. So don't just learn new strategies for the sake of it, thinking it will make you a smarter trader because you know different concepts. You can chop and change things. I think that will hinder you in the long run, actually, because you probably overthink things. But if you have a strategy down for a specific condition and then you're looking to try and trade another specific condition, that's when it might be smart to have 2 or 3 or whatever. But you have to be smart. You're not just learning it to learn it. You learn it because you want to take advantage of a specific moment in the markets. Then it might be a bit smarter. But get one down first before you even think of more. Hit 200 MA and bounced. Okay, is that for the dollar CHF? So yeah, we are trading around the MA, but yeah, I'm still looking for the sell. I'm kind of hoping we come a lot higher, closer to the 4H moving averages, test some broken support, then resistance here, and that's kind of the sell I'm after. I know it doesn't line up with the daily so much, but I'm happy to take the trade. But yeah, I know you're looking for the buys to take it back up again. And to be honest, it has come back to a really nice level. It has come back to a really nice level for a buy. Dollar CHF, this area here on the left. Really nice resistance there. Once, a second time, and support there as well. So it's not a bad place for a long at all. But yeah, I'm more fixated on the short as well. Definitely more fixated on the shorts. What's up, Daniel? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. I will take a look at Aussie dollar. In your losing trading streak, how many losses can you have? Well, the most I've lost is like 11. But in terms of, in theory, how much I could lose, could be like 15 trades in a row in terms of probabilities at play. So yeah, if within the 15, then I'm still trading for my probabilities. But it does depend on your win rate. Malik, talking strategies, which good question. I would just stick with trend following strategies, looking at buying pullbacks, and trying to anticipate exhaustion in the market and anticipating a follow through of a trend. So, for example, you identify a trend in the market. You're looking to anticipate when the market's showing exhaustion. Then you're looking for price to snap back bullish. You're looking for signs of that, and a great way to look at that can be using candlestick patterns, support and resistance, moving averages as well. You're just looking for confluence that supports why the market is going to form that next high low and push up. I think that's the most straightforward concept to learn. You're in favor of the trends. You have your parameters set in terms of, okay, the market must stay above the higher low here. If it doesn't do that, then we've broken structure. I'm no longer looking at buys, which is kind of how I trade. So it makes things pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and you're just looking to catch those higher lows or lower highs. I feel like that's a nice one to have. In terms of Aussie dollar, so I don't forget. In terms of Aussie dollar, yeah, I was talking about this one earlier. I said I don't really have too much to say on it because it just doesn't look too clean to me, clear cut. Don't really know what price is trying to do. I'm looking at this as a big old range. And I'm looking at this as a fake out, And if this is a fake out, then there's a good chance price will just see a continuation to the low of the range again, just like we did over here, fake to the downside and price shot back to the high. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for Aussie dollar. Just not really interested in trading it because it's just so choppy. Again, I want to see trending conditions. These are not trending conditions, so that's me staying away. But if we do kind of clear support, break the low here, then that could leave some nice shorts on the way down to the low of the range. So that could look good there. Bullish trend, consolidation, bearish trend. So that could make some sense there, but truthfully, I'm not a big fan of these conditions. I wouldn't look to trade them myself. Yeah, EA trading is not bad. If you can find yourself a good EA, then of course, if you find yourself a good EA, learn how to trade yourself as well, because you want to have that skill set too. And then you can run the EA on a separate account and trade on a separate account as well. So if you can find yourself a good EA, then yeah, go for it. But I would say don't be lazy. Learn how to trade yourself too. That way you've got two ways to generate income. Like we said, trading view template, the drop down zone, range, and so on. How do you do that? Just when you're drawing your levels, say for example, so the rectangle tool, say just draw a random, like, let me just make it a different color. Let's make it yellow, and let's turn that border green. Ugly colors, but we've done it. So if you want to save this as a template, let's say as a resistance level, just double click on it. And then when it says template here, just put save as, click save as. So this is highlighted, click save as, and then say resistance. Oh, can't spell. Resistance, and then click save. And now on your drop down menu, you have your resistance here. So let's say if I draw a level like this zone and I want it to be a resistance zone, double click on it, template, resistance, and it changes to resistance. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Anyway guys, we have passed the end of the stream, so I will be wrapping things up, but I will be live again later today with not with Trading Nick, actually he's away, but I will be on his stream at around 2:30 today. So if you've got any more questions, you want to see any updates with trading, if I do get into any trades, I'll let you guys know. Of course, I do have the Telegram in the description as well, so I will post any updates there. Silver, how's that one looking? Yeah, not really doing too much. I feel like it's waiting for news. So keep a close eye on silver. That's the one that's close to getting an entry. So if I do, I'll drop it down in the Telegram. But besides from that, guys, I will be live again later today. So be aware of that. Of course, in terms of my personal channel, I will be live every day this week, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Wednesday, isn't it? What's today? Tuesday. What day is it today? Oh, it's Wednesday. So yeah, I will be live again Thursday and Friday. So I hope to see you all there. But guys, appreciate coming on. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Thank you to my moderators as well. Take care and have a nice day.
Oh.